Morning children, welcome to social class. This is the second session of Salakamacheruvu Avillage on Plateau. Last session we discussed about Plateau region, then soils in Salakamacheruvu area that is located in Plateau region. Soils are red in color. Okay, that means red soils are existed. All those things we discussed in previous class. Now we are going to discussing about climate and rainfall in that particular plateau region. What is that? Yes, Salakamacheruvu. Afterwards, water resources. In that part, we are going to discuss about tanks. Afterwards, wells and bore wells. These topics we are going to cover in this session. See, climate and rainfall. Already previous session I told you most of the India receiving rainfall from the southwest monsoons. Okay na? We are receiving rainfalls from the southwest monsoons like this. Likewise, this area also receives rainfalls from southwest monsoons. But unfortunately, this area located leeward side of Western Ghats. That's why this area receives low rainfall. Do you understand? Leeward side of Western Ghats. This area is located, especially Anantapur district. That's why here rainfall is very low. Where? Anantapur district in Rayalaseema districts receiving low rainfall because of this area located leeward side of, that means back side of Western Ghats. Front side of Western Ghats receives huge rainfall. Okay na? Then back side of Western Ghats receives very little rainfall. In that rain shadow region, Rayalaseema located. That's why this area receives low rainfall. See, here rainy season is June to November. It rains very little in this part. Already I told you. The reason also I explained you. Rainfall is unreliable. Reliable means if continuously rain is falling, then that is why farmers are reliable on rains, they will grow the crops. But if you go Rayalaseema, districts like Kadapa and Anantapuram, they are unreliable towards rains. When rain will come, rain will go, they don't know. They can't expect. Okay, unreliable. That's why farmers are not growing many crops here. Okay, because here the farmers are depending on rains only. Because you could not observe any canals in Salakamacheruvu area or else in Rayalaseema area. Whenever rain falls, they will grow the crops, they will yield the crop. That is the general things we may observe in Rayalaseema area. See, there will be not enough water to grow any water, even for drinking. That means just now I told you there is no proper water available for growing crops. Even for drinking, they are facing water scarcity. They are going far off places and fetching the water to drink. Where? In Rayalaseema area. Now we are discussing about Anantapuram, Salakamacheruvu area, which is located in which mandal? Singamalai mandal. So that we can say that is a drought prone area. Droughts are recurring. Okay, occurring again and again. Back to back years, these droughts are occurring. They don't have, continuously a particular area don't have food, don't have water, then we can say that is a drought hit area. Okay, then regarding water sources, now I will explain. Coming to the water resources, as rain falls in very low in that particular area, people of this region, what they are doing, they are storing rainwater. Whenever if you store the rainwater through tanks and wells. Afterwards, we are drawing the water. Okay, due to that region, groundwater levels increase. If you store the rainwater in the means of wells and ponds, automatically in that particular area, which levels increase? Groundwater level increases. Okay, but here the thing is, the storing, that means protecting the tanks or wells, neglected. The people who are living here and administrator, everybody neglected ponds. Okay, kuntas. Kuntas means small ponds. Through that kuntas, that particular people are taking water for drinking purpose, fetching water for drinking purpose. No streams or canals near Salakamacheruvu. I mentioned that point also, but they are totally dependent on storing water through the means of ponds and kuntas. There is no canals, there is no streams in Salakamacheruvu area. Coming to the tanks, people of this region excavated tanks. They dug tanks. Excavated means they dug tanks to use the water for different purposes, to store the rainwater. Okay, na? So if you dig a tank in a particular place, then only it is possible to store the water. Then it is possible to increase the groundwater levels. If you see all over Rayalaseema, all over Anantapur district, thousands of ponds they dug. That means earlier people they dug. Earlier administrators they dug thousands of ponds to store the water, to increase the groundwater levels. But here the point is, afterwards these tanks and ponds neglected. There was no repairs done. Recently also these tanks and kuntas neglected, repairs not done. Okay, then siltation not takes place, so that these tanks are dry up. If you go all around Rayalaseema area, then the common phenomena you observe is these tanks are dry up. See, plateaus suitable for construction of tanks. Plateaus are suitable for construction of tanks. Natural reservoirs are situated in plateau region because they are digging the tanks low, that means mountain slope areas, that means down area they are constructing. Whenever rain falls, water comes down through the mountains and storing in that particular reservoir or particular place. Okay, thousands of such tanks in Anantapur district are already they excavated, they dug, all dry up due to few reasons. Reasons also I mentioned you. So also few small ponds, kuntas observed by the author in Singamalai district. These kuntas also dry up. Okay now, Singamalai Mandal, which that one? Salakamacheruvu area, they observed these kuntas also. Now coming to the point, wells and borewells. Okay, see, wells and borewells. Nowadays we are observing borewells. See, tanks store rainwater. Whenever tanks storing the rainwater, wells, okay, people are drawing the water from the wells. Okay, then groundwater levels increase. Through the wells, in the means of wells, we are receiving the water. Tanks store rainwater, wells help us to use groundwater. We are using the groundwater. Whenever these tanks fill up by the water, through the means of wells, we are receiving the water. Do you understand? Then, especially if you see Rayalaseema area, Anantapur, Kadapa, Karnoolu, digging the wells is a very difficult, because underneath rocks are existed. If you digging the rocks is very difficult. Even though if you dig the rocks, it is not possible, it is not confirmed to get the water. That means there is no possibility to take the water. If you go Krishna district, especially we discussed about Penamakuru, if you dig 15 meters to 20 meters, then surely will get the water resource. They will get the water. But if you dig 250 meters depth, there is no confirmation to whether you will get the water or not. That's why only richest farmers, they are trying to dig the bore wells. If their fate is good, they will get the water. Otherwise, they won't get the water. That's why in this area only 5 to 10 farmers who contain large land, they have few bore wells. If you see bore wells point of view, okay, bore well uses only one person. It helps only one person. A landlord, a richest farmer, he may dig bore well, he uses the bore well's water. But if you see, the total scenario is a different point, well's point of view. If you dig a well or pond, okay, that water uses many people, isn't it or not? Okay, na? But wells, tanks, everything neglected, these are not repaired. These are not repaired. Do you understand? It is very expensive to dig the bore wells. Just now I told you. Salakamacheruvu water found, especially if you go in Salakamacheruvu area, if you wanted to dig depth of 250 meters, possible to get the water. That is not possible, not sure. If you get it or not, surely. Do you understand? Then farmers who are hoping to get the water, they are digging bore wells. Just now I mentioned you, if it is good, they'll get it. Otherwise, they can't. Just now this also I mentioned you, only 5 to 10 farmers, a lot of land and money who have, they are trying and digging, and they are somebody getting the water sources. This is all about tanks and wells and bore wells located in Plateau region. Digging bore wells is a difficult task in plateau regions. In plain area without bore wells, if you dig commonly through the wells, open wells, we will get the water. But here total scenario is different. Do you understand? Okay. In this session, what we discussed regarding climate and rainfall, we discussed. Then regarding water resources, we discussed it. Okay, na? Do you understand? Thank you very much.